This video is intended for my friends and for the people that is subscribed to me and is on my followers on my IG asking about my work from home experience. So I thought of making this video just to give you a glimpse, or just to give you like how I started working from home and a little experience, just a heads up for those beginners that really wanted to work from home. Based on our current situation right now, everything is in crisis. So I just want to help, and probably some of the information that I'm about to give you is very helpful to some, and I hope I can provide you the enough information for you to start working from home. Just a disclaimer, all of this is based on my own experience and on my own opinion. Want to know more about that? Keep on watching. So when you want to start work from home, there are requirements that you guys needed to invest, because some companies are very maarte. They are very specific as to what they want from their employees to have. Number one is a stable internet connection. They would prefer to have a broadband, not just a pocket Wi-Fi or a load or a mobile data off of your phone. They literally want a broadband. Some companies really want to be assured, and they want you to take photos of your modem or router just to be sure that you have that specific equipment and requirement. Clients look for 5 Mbps and up minimum speed. Companies also can settle with 3 Mbps. It really depends on what type and what job you are currently applying for. Second is a noise cancelling headset. When you want to apply for a work that requires audio or speaking, clients would definitely go for someone that has a noise cancelling feature headset, preferably a USB type. So mine is Plantronics 820, I don't know. I got it off Lazada. It was my first investment. It was 1,500 pesos. So what it does is it mutes the background noises, for example the fans or the chickens all around you, someone whispering or talking behind your back. It limits the audio that is not intended for the other line to hear. So that's the best thing about a noise cancelling feature. There are a lot of headsets online that you can look for, but yeah, mine is Plantronics, so it's a good investment. It's cheap. It's 1,500 plus it's a brand. Then next one, which is really important, you have to have your own laptop or desktop. Some clients, they look for an employee that has the minimum requirements. They are requiring for the employee is a specs i-Core 3 and up. The reason why they are seeking for that kind of specs of a laptop or a desktop is because some of the companies has their own application, and they want to make sure that you can run that on your laptop's processor. They don't want the lag one. They don't want to have like glitchy process. They want to make sure that you are able to pull up all of those tools at the same time, because a lot of companies also requires multitasking. Even the basic ones, they have a lot of multitasking. This is why they require you to have like at least i-Core 3 and up of a processor or specifications of your laptop, and that is why it is so important to be able to know your laptop's specs before going over or before starting to work from home. So now I've already talked to you guys about the basic requirement you needed to have to start to work from home. I'm gonna be introducing you to the 4 companies that I have actually been working to for more than a month. Just a heads up, I've been to some companies. I've been applying like literally bajillions of companies before. Sometimes I get in, sometimes I don't, and when I get in, I just look at their stuff, but I do not want to push through just because I think it's not worth it, and all this stuff I think it's a mess. I just don't know why I did not push through some companies that I got in. But like I said, without further ado, let's talk about the 4 companies that I have been to. I've been working from home for a total of 2.5 years already. I started working from home the time that I got pregnant. This first company, I do not remember how I know about it, but it's an online English tutoring platform. Being an online English tutor is the most known and popular basic home-based job that you could ever look for. Even if you go online onto the website that has all of the job posts, some online English tutoring companies or platforms requires you to have certificates such as TESOL and all that stuff. Being a licensed teacher, some does not. I stumbled upon BIBO Global. They were once called BIBO Global, now they're called Engoo. Very basic. I must say, compared to the other English tutoring platform that I've been applying to. I'm still an employee in their company until now. I work for them part-time. Teach kids and adults, and mostly they're like Japanese, Chinese, Koreans, seldom Taiwanese, seldom from Thailand, but mostly Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese. So what's the best thing about Engoo is that they have their own material, and it is website based, meaning you do not have to download any application or software for you to be able to teach your student. All in their website. It is very accessible. This is why I've been sticking to Engoo so much, because it is very convenient. You can have your own time, and then if you don't want to teach kids because some people does not have like the patience to do so, then you are not required to teach kids. It really depends on who's gonna book you, and most of the students there are adult. What I love about Engoo is that you don't need lesson plans. They just give you the materials that the student requires you to teach them on that specific lesson time. So booking, it depends on the time slot that you've opened, and it also depends on the student that booked the time slot that you've opened. So it's like 60 pesos per 25 minutes, and I think that's a good start. Today you could most probably earn like 600 pesos every day if you just work full-time, diba? And the pay is twice a month, 15th and the 30th. Second job that I've been to after Engoo, which is my current job right now, is a receptionist at a dermatology in New York City. This is also my favorite work from home. I think I would never leave this company, not unless they will kick me out, but please no. So I've been in this company 7 months and counting. So what I do, I book appointments for patients. I refill their prescriptions, but I do not answer medical questions. I transfer that questions to the medical assistants, in which the medical assistants will get back to them. So basically my role is just receiving calls, and I sometimes call the patient when it's necessary or when it is advised by, you know, the medical assistants or from the doctors and all that stuff. So basically it's just like I'm working at the hospital, just the receptionist and all that, and no camera is required. So that is why I sometimes put story on my Instagram, on Facebook, me laying down doing my job. So our pay is weekly, and we earn performance based on the number of your calls per week. I would say I would roughly earn $400 a month. Noise canceling feature headset is pretty much a must. Third company that I've been to, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say Akatsock. Akatsock is another online English tutoring platform, but most of your students are children below 15, I think. I applied for Akatsock. I got through the application process. I actually got my own credentials, and I was about to start to open my slot, but then I found Akatsock very inconvenient for my part, because they have like a lot of tools to download, and my computer that time was MacBook, and you know MacBook, they're pretty maarte and limited and all that shit. So I was like, no, I cannot handle this. And at the same time I thought, like, I do not have patience for children, and even if I do not want to create like a lot of materials, like hanging materials on my background, because they said that when you have like a very presentable background with like learning materials behind your back, or using learning materials as your tool to teach kids, you'll have like a bonus of your sueldo. But basically you earn 90 pesos per 25 minutes in Akatsock, which is a good fee. However, it's not good for me because I do not even have the patience to teach kids. So I'm really sorry that I bailed Akatsock. The reason why I thought about it was because you needed visualizations for your student. You needed to draw something on the board. There's this app that they call Class In. It is where you meet your student. It should be you and your student. There's like a big blackboard there, and then you write off something and all that. I don't have time for that. So the last job that I have experience in working was this website called Upwork. If you guys didn't know what Upwork is, it is one of the websites that has a lot of job postings for almost every day. So the work that I got in from Upwork was a data researcher, data analyst, how do you ever call that? The reason why I got in was because my aunt owns it. My aunt owns it. My aunt works there. but I didn't know that I was able to get in because it was pretty much new to me. Basically, it was just typing, copying, pasting, looking for leads, meaning a client gives you like a specific thing to do. Your job is just to research more about them, acquire their email, their phone numbers, and you're gonna be copying and pasting that on Google spreadsheet or Microsoft Excel. That's the best thing about being a data entry researcher. I don't know. So I was earning $5 per hour, and usually we work 5 days a week in a total of 4 hours, so that's like 6 hours a day, and our pay was weekly. And I remember doing it the same time with my receptionist job, so I was earning like more than 12,000 per week, so it was a good thing, but because of the pandemic I lost it. So yeah, Upwork is a good platform for those freelancing people that has different skills and wanted to extend more about it and not just settling for one job. That's like the 4 companies, the type of work, home-based work that I have been to, and I do hope that I'm making sense in this video because I don't want to film it again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video finds you well. Yeah, okay. Alright, see you again in my next video. If you have video suggestions, let me know. Bye.